State, a non-governmental organization has provided classrooms for nomadic children to support their education. The initiative is expected to improve access to learning for pastoralist families who move from place to place. Senior reporter Cheneme Bamei reports.
These settlements, known as Ruga in the Fulani language, are temporary homes for nomads who migrate in search of water and pasture for their cattle. But this pattern of movement often disconnects their children from formal education, leaving many with little or no schooling. This gap has been linked in part to rising insecurity in some hinterlands and communities across Niger State. However, some children are beginning to gain access to Western education through nomadic education programs. Hawa Madako grew up in one of such settlements. Today she has returned to give back, building a thatched classroom structure to replace open-air lessons held under trees.
I know the challenges we Fulanis are facing now is for not taking children to school. I did a research on it. I said so now we have to start doing this, educating our Fulanis. So we said we should do it by ourselves using local things. Before, this place was a nomadic school, so the building was not there. The building collapsed over 15 years back, so they were learning on that tree. So to encourage the children to come to school, I give them uniform.
Using their own culture, using their own people. So this is a grassroots effort. This structure was not built by contractors or anything. It was built by children of the community. All they needed was just support, maybe financial support for the cement, a few learning materials like we have just done.
We are going into the interior parts to see such schools so that we can look at it, talk to the stakeholders to contribute their quota to improve this education.
This classroom, completely built from dried grasses, might not look like your conventional school, but it's helping to serve underserved people, especially in rural areas, and improve education for these people. Cheneme Bamei, TVC News, Kaduna.
And TVC's Cheneme Bamei joins me on News from State. Cheneme, this is a story of education meeting a hard-to-reach community, and you also described settlements known as Ruga as a place where, this training is going on or teaching is going on. What challenges did you observe in delivering education to such mobile communities?
First, the major challenge is access. Some of these communities are deep inside the villages in hard-to-reach communities. And the first problem is getting teachers to that place. First, how do you convince teachers to leave the urban centers and go to rural areas like that and teach children in not so comfortable conditions? Like you rightly said, before this patched classroom was built, the children actually stay under the trees just to learn. And sometimes they come to school after a few hours, they check that, look, they're done, that they want to go back home. And as an instructor, as a teacher, you will have no other option than to just let them go. So these are some of the problems, and not having enough facility, modern technology or modern facilities, like even a good board, to write on. The students having access to books and uniforms too are quite challenging. So these are some of the problems. It's hard to reach, and we hope that things can get better.
Absolutely. We keep hopes alive to see how far reaching this would go. Cheneme Bamei, thank you.